Everything you have been chasing your entire life, money, marks, status, success, might not actually exist. Yeah, it can exist, but not physically. And yet, billions of people dedicate their lives to them. If you're thinking, this guy has lost his mind, stay with me for the next few minutes because by the end of this video, you will never look at the world the same way again. Have you ever imagined what makes humans different? We aren't the strongest animals because uh, a tiger is far more stronger than us. We aren't even the fastest animals. A cheetah can actually outrun us. We can't fly like birds or swim like dolphins or even smell like dogs. So why is it that the humans rule the entire planet? The answer is not our muscles, of course. Like we are not the strongest animals, as I told. It isn't even our intelligence alone. Yeah, it goes to the credit goes to intelligence, but not only intelligence alone. It can we are the strongest, like the ruling animal of this world. It's actually our ability to imagine things that don't physically exist. And like it's hard to imagine this thing, but it's again that same imagination that collectively collects the humans into one single group. This imagine of things that human has in their mind, this convince millions, even billions, like not only millions, I would say it can convince billions of people, like they believe in them too. Have you ever thought why does the human mind works like this? It's actually our evolution. Thousands of years ago, humans survived by working together. Small groups, they trusted each other, they hunted better, and over time, our brain became incredibly good at, like they saw patterns, they uh, made up things of their own mind. Okay, because it's a evolutionary genetic uh, what I would say, like a boon that we got from nature. It's not a boon. Like genetic things never happens outright. Like anyone is wanting, God is wanting, so they gave the special power to humans. Like this, it's a rubbish thing. Genetic. This evolution does not happen by choice. It's a mistake only. So yeah, we got it. We got the power that we built languages. Then we gave things symbol, and what we actually call in this world symbolism. Humans were the masters of symbolism. You see things, small things like our every our the things that we talk now and then, our voices, our what we say, our vowels, consonants. A is nothing but just a voice. Certain vocal cords are uh, being given the wind and it's moving, so we just symbolized with with an a. So like these things, from the very basic things to most advanced things, like the formula in quantum physics, Schrodinger's equations. So these kind of things, you see, there's those are nothing but just symbols. So that was a genetic boon that we got. Okay, that's that is the reason why our brain work like that, and for that reason we imagine ourselves to be in order. I say, like this same imagination that built civilization traps us. it is hard that we conceive this reality. Like many people believe their worth depends entirely on marks. Okay. Then some believe that happiness depends upon money. Yeah, happiness actually depends upon money, but that's an imagined thing. Money is an imaginary thing actually does not exist. We humans believe that it exists, and thus it exists. Some believe that social status defines who they are, because a certain group of certain million and billions of people, they believe that there is a hierarchy in society. Blacks are inferior than whites. Okay. uh, for that reason, that social hierarchy exists because people believe it. Okay. Some countries, like there is not, there is no country, there exists no country actually. Like think of India. India does not exist actually. There there was a border that was drawn, and for that reason, uh, we call selectively, people believe there is a place called India, but actually there is nothing. There is a single landmass. There is no division between India, Pakistan. There is no perfect border. People invented it because people believed it, and people believe that it would um, run better cooperation between people. It would be easier for people to be living in peace. But what is happening? Wars. For what? For flags, for borders, for religion, for ideologies. Human imagination is a great thing, but there are lots of such kinds of things that really needs a criticism, and humans need to get aware of that thing, that we build this imagined order for our benefit, for our worth, not for our, like, we should not destroy ourselves for that. Like this war that's going on in Iran and USA, same, fight for what? Ideologies. But who we are actually, we are all humans. We should, like, we are nothing else like human. Like we are Homo sapiens, exactly Homo sapiens. Our uh, class, phylum is not gonna change if we fight wars. Okay, so this should not be like, imagine orders of humans should not end, should not, like, provide an extinction, should not bring extinction to them. So yeah, it has good thing, it has an advantage, it has an disadvantage, because a coin has both sides. So does this mean nothing matters? Not at all. Because something is imagined does not mean that it's useless, because money allows trade. As I told, that this we built so that our cooperation is good, our what I would say, like, our, we are much more efficient, we are much more better than other animals. Like, we can rule the world actually, but we are not ruling, because if the world wants, it can destroy us also. So like that, laws help to maintain order. You see, laws, those are also not real. Like, and other thing, the schools also help us learning. Like, learning is not an imagined thing, because we learn about what we learn about, um, matter. Like, if we are talking about sciences, matter, how how this world interacts with things, physics, how our life processes are happening. Yeah, there are imagined things in it as well. Like, if you see biology, we name different uh, processes that is going on inside our body, like Krebs cycle. There is nothing actually, there is no defined name for that, but we are imagining a name so that we can distinguish it, so that we can distinguish when someone says Krebs cycle, we can actually understand, oh, it happens in the mitochondria, that thing. So it's easy for us. So that what I was saying, no, that imagine water should make our life more efficient. Same thing should be happening. Like, you see, companies are also not real. Those are made by our minds. Like, you see Amazon, there is no actual company that's running. What's actually running, that people are believing that there is a company that is going to provide us money, that imagined thing. And what we are going to do, we're going to earn it, we're going to then spend it, we're going to get a good life. And in that sense, what's Amazon doing, the people who are working there, they are believing that, yeah, it's actually there. They are believing, and they are doing their services. We are getting our things right before our doorstep. So these are, companies are making our lives more efficient. It is building products, and thus we are living a good life. So imagine order does not make our lives worse. Like, it is built for making our life good, but there are some things, there are some places where we are thinking, like, we are forgetting our worth. We are taking our imagined order as our ultimate goal, ultimate reality. A 500 rupees note is just a piece of paper. If tomorrow every human being decided that it had no value, it would instantly become worthless. The value isn't inside the paper, the value exists inside our collective imagination. The same thing is true for our school marks. Imagine, can you hold a 95% mark, that 95% mark in your hand? Or can you see it floating on the air? It's a number that is created by the education system to measure performance. And yet, students lose sleep over it, parents celebrate it, schools compete. Okay, schools compete because of it. Now, think bigger: countries, companies, governments, universities, laws, then human rights, then religions, borders, ideologies. Same thing that I was talking. These aren't physical objects like mountains or oceans. They exist because billions of people collectively believe them. And this thing, it was written in a book, that is a very great book. I have with it, like, yeah, this book, Sapiens, by Yuval Noah Harari. And no, Harari calls this the imagined order. Yeah, according to him, this ability is what allowed Homo sapiens to become the most dominant species on Earth. So, our imagination is our greatest superpower, but it's also our greatest weakness. It allows us to build civilizations, it also allows us to create divisions, it also helps us cooperate, it also makes us judge ourselves using standards created by the society, that imagined beliefs. Yeah. So, at the end of this video, I would like to provide a big question in front of these whole YouTube community. The next time you're stressed about your marks, or comparing your salary with someone else, or feeling like you are behind in your life, ask yourself one question: am I chasing something because it truly matters to me, or because society taught me to believe it matters? Because it actually does not exist. It actually does not exist. We should learn, we should earn, because we want it to benefit our life, because our need is our evolutionary need is to just survive. By how? By getting shelter, by getting food. These are the fundamental things, right? So ask this question when you're judging yourself. That single question might change the way you think forever. Maybe understanding this thing is the first step toward understanding ourselves. And if this video made you question the world even a little bit, subscribe, because this is just the beginning, because this is the first video I'm doing on YouTube, and I'm actually a very nerd to this thing, like uh, a very first video I'm doing. So I don't know anything about this, like this medias and all. So we'll explore another mind-blowing idea in the next video, of course. Like something that's mind-blowing like this one. I don't know if it has blown your mind or not, because uh, these are not like being a student. This is nothing just but thoughts that comes to your mind when you are lonely, when you are alone in your life, when you are sitting in your life, when you are far more behind in your life, when you are being compared. So from that perspective in my life, I I was reading this book, this Sapiens, and thought like we should be aware that we created this system to not standardize ourselves, but to provide us a direction to maintain a nice life. So bye, have a nice life, and bye bye. We will be in the next video again. Thank you.